just to sync it up.
Yep.
All right. So, guys, you might remember we met Joe at PAX last year, and, well, unfortunately, we ran into him again. And he's got even more stuff to show us off and pull apart in front of us. So, what have you got?
Well, we still have, for the first time here in Australia, what we're showing is the Alienware Steam Machine, which is identical to the Alienware Alpha, but we also have the Alienware, or the Valve controller, which is right here.
This is the one you took apart for us last time.
This is the exact same one we did last year.
Yep.
It's the same box. It still has the same hardware, so I can still take it apart if you like. But we also have the Steam, the actual Valve controller.
If you take it apart, then they won't have any reason to go back and watch the other video. See? Now you have to go back and see the other one. All right.
So yeah, for the first time in Australia, you can now come up and you can play the Valve controller on the Steam OS. And we're really excited about that. This will be available as a Steam machine sometime in Q1.
Now, when's Q1?
Q1 of next year.
Oh,
so between January,
I'm sorry. Right.
First quarter next year. We also just released here in the down here. This is our X51. Let me move this out of the way.
This looks like it's not a laptop, it's not a big box, it's something else again.
This is quickly becoming an esports competitive choice.
Yeah.
Because it's something you can still fit into an overnight bag, and you can still compete in. It has desktop components. The other thing we've added to it this year is liquid cooling. So let me turn it this way.
Yeah.
So about 18 months ago, Intel came to us and said that they're going to offer unlocked non-Extreme Edition processors. So Extreme Edition processors in the past were about $1,000 US. Very few people had them.
The way the Australian dollar is going, we won't have them either.
Yeah. So they've added it to their standard i5 and their standard i7. So you now can get a K designator on your Intel processor, and now it's fully unlocked.
I should put out, last time I did an interview where they said we needed a technical reporter, that still stands. We need someone who could decipher this one, because I follow most of it.
Well, essentially what it is the i5 and i7 are now completely overclockable.
Yeah.
So if they ship at 2.8 gigahertz, you can now overclock them to 4.4 gigahertz.
Yeah.
And that's what matters to a gamer, is how much they can overclock. So this water cooling kit is actually something we had custom made.
Yeah.
It's right here. Has a cut.
Just hold that up. Toward the camera. It reminds me of like Bane's mouthpiece.
If you hold it like this, it does.
No, the other. I mean, if you put it the other way too, it's like it's got that.
Yep.
If I might, I'm thinking like this. That's Bane the Next Generation.
Yep. So we had this engineered specifically for this box. This is a very small box. Very hard to fit that in. But it's a completely maintenance-free, sealed water cooling kit that allows you to overclock the heck out of this processor. Again, over 4 gigahertz. So this is available today. We've also added the next generation Intel Skylake processors. We added a PCI Express memory module, or SSD right here. Takes DDR4 memory, so you can have up to 32 gig of DDR4 memory. This is the graphics slot. This is where you hold up to a GTX 960. But underneath that, you've got a couple of different hard drives. You've got a 3.5 or 2.5, depending on what you want. On the back, we've added USB 3.1, which is now twice as fast as USB 3.0.
Okay.
We've also added the Alienware graphics amplifier port. That port plugs into one of our Alienware graphics amplifiers and allows you to...
That's the thing you see is last time you plug it into the laptop.
Yep. Now we've added it to a desktop. So now you can take a Titan X, which won't fit in something this small, and now add that to this machine through the Alienware graphics amplifier.
Well, again, then this is the nasty bit. How much would this cost?
Oh, wow. That's a question I actually don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it converted to in Aussie dollars. In the U.S.,
it costs that much, guys. He doesn't know.
In the U.S., it starts under $1,000 in U.S. dollars.
Okay, no, we can guess. We can guess. One thing Australians do well is we mentally calculate. Excuse me. My turn. We get very adept at calculating American dollars into US.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been here 7 weeks, and fortunately the dollar is pretty strong for me right now. So
that's what every American says. Oh, we love your exchange rate. It's wonderful. Yeah. Well, there was one time, I think we had to $1.15, and everybody went to Think Geek.
Yep. Yeah, I hear that a lot about the $1.15 time. So, but this is available today. It has our standard Alienware lighting package.
Yep.
It's actually also meant to be horizontal or vertical. So we make this twist. So that way the alien head is always pointed the right way.
$13.99. Okay.
Yep. So that's the Alienware X51. Let's talk about keyboards.
Yeah, I mean, keyboard stuff. Is that all your stuff over there, or?
So we realized a few years ago that we're a great PC company, but we're not a great peripheral company. Yeah. We're never going to invest into a catalog of 6, 8, 10, 15 keyboards or mice.
Yeah.
Just wasn't our primary value as a business.
So you got all this stuff over here.
Right. So we found Rocket, and they found us.
Yeah.
They're another peripheral company that was founded by gamers with just the sole purpose of video games, and we partnered with them. So now our lighting technology is built into their keyboard and mice, so that way it interacts, and now I have 10 different keyboards that I can offer my customers that are constantly innovated, constantly updated, from a company that's sole purpose is peripherals.
This is one of the things, because I remember in another interview with Tripod, we had a big problem with keeping computers up to date and having to get every 3 years, having to spend another $3,000 and all the rest of it. How future-proof is your stuff?
So this box right here, everything is upgradable. The CPU, GPU, memory, hard drives, and if you want even a bigger hard drive or bigger graphics card, you go off and you get the graphics amp, and now you can have even more graphics performance.
So basically, as long as the parts rate standard, you'll be future-proofed in small increments, just one piece here, one piece there. You don't have to buy a whole unit.
Well, and that's what we found with this. The Area 51 is an incredible box, and I love it, but it's expensive.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
I think it starts at $29.99 here in Australia. And what we found is that it's easy to come up with $400 twice instead of $800 once. So with this, you have a low entry price point. When you got $400 to upgrade your video card, pop this one out, pop a new one in. You want a faster CPU, pop this one out, pop this one in. More memory, so it's a more bite-size upgrades. Easier to get into.
You won't choke on it.
You won't choke on it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I think before I do choke on this, I'm dying. It's a long con, guys. Thank you for showing off your stuff.
My pleasure.
And yeah, I hope one day again to have money to get one of these things. Till next year?
Yep, I'll see you next year. All right. Bye, guys.